Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dan. I'm an Amazon seller. I've been doing it for almost 6 years. Also a retired school teacher. And in today's video, I'm going sourcing to Ollie's. This is part 2. So in part 1, I went sourcing to 4 Ollie's. I showed you the stuff that I got, my rationale behind why I got them or why I didn't get them. In today's video, I'm doing another 4 Ollie's. I went to 8 total Ollie's in that trip. So this is the other 4 Ollie's that I went to. And at the end of the video, I also have a pro tip and I also have my sales recap. So hope you stick around for that. And without any further ado, here is those other 4 Ollie's. Well, today is day 4 of my trip here to Maryland. I am heading back to Pennsylvania right now. Didn't do so well at the casino. Well, let me rephrase that. I lost very slowly, and that's okay. So we're heading back. I am at an Ollie's in Maryland, which is actually the newest Ollie's in Maryland. I've only been here one other time, did well. So we're gonna go check it out. It's a good looking store, nice neighborhood. That's nice. I was reading over some of the comments from previous YouTubes, and a number of people have suggested that I look into Seller Amp when I'm doing my sourcing. So I got the 2-week free trial last night. So we're going to be using Seller Amp to look at the statistics and the profitability, and yeah, we're going to check that out. I looked over a little bit of some of the features, but we're kind of just going to be learning how to use this thing on the fly. So we'll learn it together. We'll see if it's worth it, because it's not cheap. I think it's $200. I found a coupon. It's $200 a year, or is it $250 a year? I forget. It's in that neighborhood. It's close to $30 a month, and then there was a discount. But I won't need to pay for the Keepa charts, which is close to $20 a month. So it's an extra $10 a month. But again, I got 2-week free trial. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can find. Let's check it out. We're looking at the HBA aisle, and we found these tampons. They're selling for $4.99. We get it for $4.50. And with Seller Amp, so there's the item. We can see that I like this, the estimated sales. It's saying that the estimated sales on Amazon are 425 units a month. That's nice. I put my cost in over here. There's my sale price. So I'm making 125% profit if I sell at the current price. A lot of information here. I am liking this. And then we have our Keepa charts down below, so I can get rid of Keepa. Yeah, there's a lot of information in here. I like it. And I'm definitely buying all of those. So I think we're heading out. I only got 1 cart full. I am pretty sure that this Ollie's has been shopped pretty hard, because this is a big item that are hitting the Ollie's right now, and I found 1. Not 1 case, 1. So yeah, they just hit last week and they're all gone. So I'm pretty sure someone's hitting this Ollie's pretty hard. So we're heading out, going to the next Ollie's. So that Ollie's was $450 in spend, 2 small carts, and I only had 1 cart. And then as I was on my way out, you know, that one Ollie pad that I showed you, I decided to ask the employee if they had any more. Sure enough, they had 6 more cases that I didn't see, and he showed me where they were. I love Ollie's. On to the next one. We're at Ollie's number 2. It took us 15 minutes to get here. Ollie's number 2. We are in Frederick, Maryland. Nice looking store. I think I've been here 2 other times. It's a good looking store, nice area, clean. So let's go see what we can find. I'm in the food aisle, and we're not doing too well in this Ollie's. It seems to be a lot of the things I'm looking for are MIA. But I did find these giant Hershey Kisses. Now there's no money to be made on that right now with this year, and I'm not going to buy these, but I just wanted to show you I was able to purchase these last year at this time, and I sold 42 of them for $978. So I think it comes out to be an average of $23 is what I was selling them for. And I didn't get them for $10. I think it was $6.95. So I made like $10 on each one of these. So over $400 I made last year selling these. Now again, I'm not buying this now, but last year I did really, really well with them. I'm not going to buy them now because the price is greatly reduced. I think the expiration is next December. There's an argument to be made that I could buy and hold these till summer. Then you take the chance of shipping them in warm weather. But I mean, with that sales rank, that's a phenomenal sales rank. I am going to pass, but these are out there. There's, I think, 10 here. I saw 6 at another Ollie's, so the market's not too flooded, but I'm good. I'm gonna pass on this, but this might not be a bad item for somebody. Well, I just finished checking out. I didn't do great. That was probably the least amount that I have spent in an Ollie's for a couple months now. I think I spent $120, $125 with the 10% off. I did not get anything new. I did get one item in quantity. I'm not going to share that though. That item is part of a Discord group that I belong to, and I'm not going to share that item. There are a number of individuals in that Discord group that I don't think they'd appreciate it if I shared that on the video, so I'm sure you understand. So it is time to go to lunch. Let's see, what do I got behind me? Oh, we've got a Burger King. Perfect. Impossible burger time. And then to the next Ollie's. I think it's in Hagerstown. See you in a bit. All right, well, we're heading into Ollie's number 3 for the day. The rain has stopped for now. I've rearranged my truck to get some more stuff in there because it's getting full. This is Hagerstown. I am in Hagerstown, Maryland, my old stomping grounds. I used to teach right down the street from here. So I don't recognize anything, but it's neat to be back in the area. This is where I started my teaching career. So let's go see what we can find. So heading down the HBA aisle, I've gone through, I couldn't find any deals. I'm gonna come back, but I just needed to show you this aisle. Look at this aisle. This is the most organized Ollie's I have ever been to. All of the aisles look fantastic. This is one good Ollie's. Ooh, found some more of those. We'll be getting those. There's some new stuff. I'll scan through these Maui's. I did pick up some a number of months ago, and I think I still have them. I don't think they sold real well. So not a whole lot in this aisle, but boy, does it look good. Well, we are in the food aisle, and there's a number of new things in here. And here's the first one that we're going to take a look at. This is this Pure Energy mixed berry, selling as a 4-pack, so 4 of these. Look at that rank. 157 is the rank. We're gonna do pretty good with this. So it's selling for 99 cents, so we'll get it for $3.60. So we're making about $8 on that. And there's 2 of them here, so $16. Well, just finished checking out of that Ollie's. What is that? 1, 2, that's my 3rd for the day, right? I think it's my 3rd for the day. I don't know, I'm starting to lose track. It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3rd for the day. I'm in Hagerstown, Maryland. That was a good store. Again, super nice store. That's probably the cleanest Ollie's I've ever been in. It looked immaculate. It looked really good. $950 in spend, and I used one of the 15% coupons. So I said I wasn't going to use the 15% coupons unless I spent over $1,000, and that was $1,100 on that, and then it came down to $950. Only one new thing that I got, and that one I didn't do a video because that also came from the Discord group that I'm in. But I have a feeling I may have to take that back because it's restricted and I have to get ungated in it, and It says in the Discord that I should be able to get ungated easily, but I kept getting locked out on my phone for some reason, so I don't know what that's about. But that was a good item. That was a real good item. So just with that item right there, kind of paid for the monthly membership of the Discord group. Not bad. And then other stuff that I got, stuff that I already have. I got some more Mio. I got some more of that Stinger. A lot of that Stinger out there. So again, it doesn't expire until the summer, so I think I'm good with that. If I have to sell it for break even, I'll sell it for break even. Good. This is turning into a very, very profitable trip. I'm running out of room. I have at least two more Ollies that I want to hit. I don't know if I'm gonna have room for it. You can see that there's my front seat. I've had to move my extra bins up here because I'm just running out of room. All right, well, the next one is pretty close. I think it is in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, so I'm heading back to my home state, and let's see what we can do there. I forgot to add one of the other things that I bought while I was at this Ollie's. Good stuff. Whenever I get a good score, I always treat myself. So we had our Impossible Burger for lunch, and we're having brownie brittle hot chocolate marshmallow flavor. It's good stuff. They also sell these, I'm sure you've seen them in the Ollies, in the giant bags. Yeah, I can't get the giant bags because they never make it home. So I always make sure I get the small bags. All right, we've got some brownie brittle to eat and 30 minutes to drive. Off we go. Okay, we are at Ollie's number 4. Getting tired. We're about 2.5 hours away from home. We're in, I think it's Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Let's go see what we can find. So that 4th Ollie's was really good. I did really well in there. Unfortunately, I was pretty tired. And as I was going through and filming the items that I was getting, I accidentally put it on time lapse, and I didn't realize it until I got home. So all of the footage from that Ollie's was all time lapsed, and I couldn't use it. So no footage for that 4th Ollie's. Well, that 4th Ollie's, $751 is what we spent there. I'm getting a lot of quantity of a couple different things. I'm a little nervous about it. I've never gotten that much quantity of one item, and I've got about 4 items that I have a lot of quantity on. There's no reason why I should be concerned about it. Rank is good, there's no IP complaints, but I'm nervous anyway. So did well. I was able to pick up some more of these Twinings Glow. They're selling for $30 for a 6-pack. That's pretty good. I was able to find one of those. So some more Stinger, some more Olay. Not bad. So let's find out. I'll get these loaded up and see if I've got any room for another Ollie's, because there is one more that I can stop at on the way. I don't think I have room though. We'll see. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I could probably do one more Ollie's, but I've got about 100 miles to go, and that's looking like a lot of weight. So let's not tempt fate and cross our fingers on the way home. We're calling it a day. Well, that concludes the sourcing portion of this video. And now for the pro tip. So it is the end of January. I am getting prepared for tax season. You know, taxes are April 15th. I try and get all my stuff in by the beginning of March. I like to make sure that my accountant has everything that he needs to do. And it takes me some time to do that. So I kind of break it up. I don't sit down and put 20 hours in on a weekend to get it all ready. I like to just kind of piece it together. So what I'm doing right now, actually I've been doing since the beginning of the year, is I'm making sure my cost of goods is put into inventory labs. Again, that inventory labs that I've talked about in the past, it's just an integral part of this business. I can't imagine doing it without it. So cost of goods is a thing you definitely need to make sure that you're compensating yourself for that. I mean, that is a big deduction from your overall sales. So you need to make sure that you have that. Now, if you're using Inventory Labs and you're creating a shipment with Inventory Labs, when you put that item in your shipment, you can put your cost of goods in right there and then Inventory Lab holds on to it, and you don't need to worry about doing that again. But anything that you're selling merchant fulfilled, you're going to have to input that into Inventory Labs. There's probably a couple different ways to do that. I'm not sure if the way in which I do it is the most efficient, but it's the way that I do it. So what I do is when I sell an item, merchant fulfilled, if it's new, if it's something that I haven't sold before, I have a pad of paper and I'll write down what the item is, what my cost of goods were, the date that I purchased it, and also the store that I purchased it at. And then every couple weeks, I'll sit down and just input those items into Inventory Labs. I have a couple more that I need to do that, last January and February kind of got away from me, so I need to go back and put those items in. And so that's what I'm going to do a little bit with you right now. And here is Inventory Labs. So this is the home screen of my Inventory Labs. Again, a really important program. I couldn't imagine doing this business without it. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting in my cost of goods for the items that I have sold through merchant fulfilled. Okay, there may be other ways to do this. This is the way that I do it. So I'm going to go to inventory, and then I'm going to go to merchant. So these are all the items that I have listed as merchant fulfilled. Some of them I haven't sold some of these items, but others that I have. So what we're going to do is this area over here, the cost of goods. Notice they say 0. Well, they can't say 0. And right here are items where I have put in my cost of goods. So let's go back up to the top, and I'll just show you how I do one of these. So this nature's recipe grain dog food I got for $9.99. So I will click on that, and I bought that a while ago. I think I got that at Big Lots. So I will put $9.99, and my supplier was Big Lots. And this is, I didn't write down the time that I got these, but I know that it was May, June. So whenever I can't remember exactly what it is, I'll always just put the first, because then that'll be a clue to myself. If I ever have to go back and look for it, I don't know exactly when it is, but it'll be in that time frame. And that's it. I'll click outside of it, and I always give it a couple seconds before I click out, because if I put all this in and click out real fast, it's before it has time to refresh with the database, and I lose the information. So now I'll go back to merchant fulfilled, and you can see that my information is there. This is an item that I just purchased a couple days ago, and it's a 3-pack. They're selling for $2.99, so $9. I'm getting that for $8.10 is my cost of goods. I bought that at Ollie's, and I just got that yesterday. All right, and that looks good. So I don't like putting a whole lot of time into sitting at the computer and going through this. So I dedicate a half an hour, 45 minutes to going through and getting all of the my cost of goods down. And then when I'm done with cost of goods, then I'll start going through my receipts and organizing them just so that I can calculate up my mileage. That doesn't take me very long to do. I've got all of my routes coordinated off, so I know how long each of my routes are. So I just have to find the date that I did that particular route, and then account for those miles, because mileage is a pretty big write-off. So that is how I do my cost of goods. I've been doing it that way for about 4 years. Kind of works out for me. My accountant likes the way that it breaks everything down into different categories so that he can put it into the filing paperwork the correct way. So it works out really well for him. And now here is my sales recap. Well, today is January 28th. It's 5:30. It's a Saturday. So for being a Saturday, $359 in sales. That's pretty slow. We've sold 12 units today. My current balance for my next paycheck is $3,800, and I get paid in 2 days. So hopefully I'll be able to get that over $4,500. You can see my sales so far of the month are 16.6K. My goal is 16,000 a month in sales, and that would give me about 4,000 in profit each month, and that is my target. Looking at items that I have sold, you notice that I don't have, I'm going to click on the manage orders, and I don't have any merchant fulfilled orders waiting because I just finished filling those. Had about 5 different items to fill. So here are my sales for today. This first item, this Hasbro Legends, I think that was $9.99 or $12.99. I purchased this last Christmas. I'm making a couple dollars on it, not a lot. I've got a lot of them, so I'm happy just to unload that. The Snake Eyes, I sold that in Mexico. I don't know what that converts to, but the Snake Eyes, I'm making $1 or $2, not a tremendous profit on that one. This Tampax, this is one that was in the video, I purchased it for $4.50, so I'm making $4 or $5 on that. And then we have our first Neutrogena sale. This is that shampoo. I was able to purchase a number of these. I sold my first one for $21.99. I purchased it for $4.50. So there is, I think it's a little over $9 in profit in that. That's over 200% ROI on that item. So that was fantastic. And it's important to also note that this item has gone into the 30s for its cost. So I'm going to be selling some. There's still close to 100 sellers for that item. So I'm happy that the price hasn't dropped more than that. And we're still making 200% profit. That's really good. Here's another pad, discrete pads. I think I got that for $14. So I'm making about $10 on that. The Disney Nook 2, I got that for $18. I'm making maybe $8 or $9 on that. Not great profit there. And then we've got some more Neutrogena. This Transformer I purchased for $18, so maybe $5 or $6 there. And then there's a nice one. There's a winner right there. That My Little Pony Princess. Purchased these over the summer, and it's just something about My Little Pony. I see them, I just grab them. It's still a show that is airing. Kids that are into horses, they're watching My Little Pony. So there's always a new generation of My Little Pony fans coming, and yeah, that's a really good item. I think I purchased it it was $16.99, so $14.40. There's a lot of profit there, so pretty good. And then we have a couple other. Oh, well, here's this Harry and David, the dark chocolate. Purchased that for a little less than $5, so I'm making about $4, $3 or $4 on that, so not bad. And I've been selling a decent amount of those in the last couple of days. Here's another My Little Pony item that I've sold. So My Little Pony has done well for me. And yeah, that is your sales recap for this video. So during this trip, I did 2 new things. So I'm working with Stellar Amp, that app. I like it. I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get value out of that. Again, it's a little over $200 a year. I just the feature upon which it tells me how many sold in a month. I like that, because then I can take a look at a particular item and look at all the sellers and what their inventory is, because that's another extension that you can get from Keepa, and probably Seller Amp has that on theirs also. And I can kind of roughly calculate how long it will be before I can start selling mine, provided that the seller sent all their stock in. Maybe they didn't, but at least it gives me a rough idea. So I like it. And then the other thing is I've joined another BOLO group. So I figured I'd take a few moments and talk a little bit about that. This is my 4th BOLO group that I've belonged to. I joined, my first one was free. My second one was $30. My third one was $70. And then this one is $150. So you definitely get what you pay for. My free one that I joined, I'm glad that I joined it. I learned a few things. It was when I was first starting. There was a lot of value in that. Unfortunately, all the BOLOs that were in there, they weren't great items. You know, they were making 15% ROI, but it let me know that these things were out there. So then I left that one, and then I joined one for $30. Kind of the same thing. A lot of the items, I think the guy that was running this was just taking them from other BOLO groups. So the market really got flooded. The third one was Nikki Kirk's group, and definitely got a lot of value out of that. Her group has a lot to offer, but I didn't go to a lot of the stores that were in her group. The Walmarts, the TJ Maxx. I didn't go to those stores. And now this group that I'm a part, and then another thing too, with those three groups, they would send out a listing of the BOLOs. You know, every month you'd get a listing of what the BOLOs are. Well, if something came out in Ollie's in, you know, the beginning of the month, I might not find out about it till a couple weeks later. This group that I'm in now, it's a Discord group. For those of you that aren't familiar with Discord, I think of it like a texting group on steroids. And what is really nice about it is it's instantaneous. So while some of the other members are out and they're shopping, they can put right into the Discord what they're picking up. Did anybody else see these? You know, what's the quantities look like? So there's a discussion going on in real time. And I have found that extremely helpful. I've learned a number of good information from this group. So yeah, it's a good group. So again, this group that I'm a part of, they've got different side groups that come off of it. Like I spent a lot of time in the Ollie's side group, but then they have TJ Maxx groups, and then they have Walmart. They have a lot of different BOLOs. And then there's a whole other aspect of this group that I think is the main thing, and that is flipping of sneakers. I'll be looking into that and learning about that. That's something I'm not familiar with. But one thing at a time. I like the group. I think there's value in it. If it's something, if you're looking for a BOLO group and you've got that extra cushion, I've attached a link in the description section of this video. If you click on that link, it'll take you to a sign-up area. And then I also get a piece of that. So if you're interested in checking out, please use that link. Thanks. And I think that about does it. Here's a real quick little Bella update. Let's go see how she's doing. So I'm coming up the stairs, and Bella can't do the steps. So she usually just sits and waits at the door for me. Hi, Bella. How are ya? There's Bella. And there's Bella's cast. She just had a couple staples removed, so she's doing better. She's a little sore. And this is Wasa. And that in the background is Wanda. How we doing, Bella? You good? Everybody wanted to know how you are. Tail's wagging. That's a pretty good sign. She's good. I think she's hungry. All right. Go girl. Go girl. Well, that's our Bella update. She's doing well. Not out of the woods, though. Again, we're approaching 3 months since she was hit by the UPS truck. And the bone's healing well, but she's having a tissue and skin problem. It looks like she's having a reaction to the stainless steel bands that they put in to bound the broken bone together. So the surgeon might have to go back in, cut her open, and remove those because it looks as though her body is rejecting those. So bone's good, though. It's just going to take longer. The healing process is just taking longer than expected. That's all right. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and it's greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, please post in the comments. Those of you that are posting those kind words in the comments, no, it's greatly appreciated. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I'm helping you guys out. Again, this is a way to, without a doubt, make some side money. There are a number of people that turn this into a full-time income. For me, this is part-time. That's good. That's enough. That's all I need. But I have to tell you, I just love doing it. And I think if you're going to do this, you gotta love it. You gotta have that thrill of the victory when you find a good deal. I still get it. After 6 years, I still get that thrill. So, again, thanks again, and have a great day.